Domain 5.5. Explain types and purposes of audits and assessments. So in this video, we're going to be going over attestation, internal and external audits. And then in the last section of Domain 5.5, in the next video, it's all going to be about penetration testing, the different environments and types of penetration testing, not necessarily deep diving into how to conduct one, just the overall, from a holistic view, the environments and the types. So attestation and audits and assessments. So attestation is the process of having a third-party review and confirm the accuracy and integrity of a company's financial, operational, or security information. Some key points. This is going to have third-party involvement. So attestations are performed by independent auditors to ensure objectivity. It has trust-building capabilities. So this can provide stakeholders with a sense of trust and reliability in the company's reporting or compliance standards. And scope can range from financial attestations like audits of financial statements to IT security attestations like SOC reports or SOC Type 1, Type 2 reports. Internal compliance. So internal compliance involves ensuring that company-driven policies, procedures, and operations align with external regulatory requirements and also internal standards. So what we mean by this is, as an organization, we're going to have our business objectives. And we're going to have some business unique compliance that we're going to have to make sure our users are compliant with and our organization as a whole. So some key points. So regular reviews. This involves regular monitoring and reviewing of internal processes to ensure they meet the set guidelines. Oh, sorry about that. Risk management. This helps in identifying and managing risks related to non-compliance. And then continuous improvement. So this aims at continuously improving the internal processes and policies to uphold the highest standards of compliance. An audit committee. So an audit committee is a subset of a company's board of directors that is responsible for overseeing the financial reporting process, audit process, and internal control procedures. So really an audit committee, or a committee in general, is a group of people, a team that's spun together that are stakeholders within the organization. And they're going to have some key things here like independent oversight. They're going to be able to do some risk assessment. And they're going to be a communication channel for whatever they're auditing, right? This is going to act as a bridge between the company's management, the internal auditors, and the external auditors. So they're going to be the team that kind of is the middleman for all these different forms of audits and compliance, whether it's internal and external, and then also relaying that information properly to upper management. Self-assessments. So self-assessments are internal reviews conducted by a company to evaluate its systems, controls, and performance against specific standards or objectives. So imagine we're using like the NIST CSF or our risk management framework, the RMF, and we're just doing it ourselves, right? We don't actually have maybe a third party come in and verify, right? We just, as a SOC, as a NOC team, an IT operations team, say, hey, we want to follow the NIST, CSF, and RMF. Let's see if we're doing it, right? So this is just a proactive improvement that we can do as an organization. You can see in this image here, we have how we've been doing our due diligence. Are we still performing effectively and efficiently? External regulatory audits. So external regulatory audits are independent assessments conducted to ensure that an organization complies with relevant industry regulations and laws. So you can see down here I have a little, for anyone that's a veteran or active duty watching this, ComSec managers, right? When it's that 6-month time and it's time to get inspected, that's an external audit, right? This focuses on legal compliance. It's independent. It's conducted by external bodies to ensure unbiased reporting. And typically a regulatory audit is going to be something that is mandatory with legal implications with it. Examinations. So examinations are thorough investigations or inspections of a company's policies, procedures, and records and accounts by external authorities or experts. So this is going to be an in-depth analysis. It's going to have to require expertise in a certain area, and it's going to be outcome-oriented. This is not just saying, hey, you guys suck at security. It's going to provide insights. It's going to be an audit, a review, and also like a lessons learned all into one, right? It's going to identify issues and also aim at providing you ways to fix issues that come up. External assessment. So external assessments involve an independent evaluation of a company's processes, controls, and systems to analyze and measure compliance with standards, policies, or regulations. And then, of course, we have an independent third-party audit, kind of what, we've been talking about these independent third-party audits. Now just putting it with the definition up there. An independent third-party audit is an audit conducted by an external organization that has no ties to the company being audited. This provides us an unbiased assessment. So you can see with a lot of these examinations and external, and like these audit committees, they have to work with external independent third-party audits, okay? And this is really going to give you, in some people's opinions, the best kind of overview and insight into your security, into the way you're doing things, and to making sure that you are compliant, that you are adhering to certain standards and regulations. Okay, now let's go ahead and do our check on learning. Okay, question 1. What is the primary purpose of attestation in the context of audits and assessments? So that's going to be C, to provide a formal acknowledgement by an auditor that an organization's financial statements, controls, or systems are accurately represented and in compliance with specified criteria. Question 2. What is the primary benefit of conducting self-assessments in an organization's security governance? Self-assessments, internal. So we're going to go with B. That is to provide an internal review of the organization's policies, controls, and procedures, identifying areas for improvement and ensuring alignment with best practices. Question 3. What is the significance of an independent third-party audit in the risk management process? So we're going to go with C here, to provide an unbiased and objective assessment of the organization's compliance, security posture, and risk management practices. Question 4. Why are compliance audits crucial for organizations? We're going to go with A. To ensure that the organization's practices align with established internal policies, laws, regulations, and industry standards, minimizing the risk of legal issues and penalties. Last question, question 5. What role does an audit committee play in security governance? That is going to be A, to oversee the organization's internal and external audit functions, ensuring the integrity and effectiveness of the audit process. All right, guys, 100%. Now let's go ahead and continue in our next video with Domain 5.5, penetration testing.